2025 Porsche 718 Boxster continues that legacy with a blend of heritage, refinement, and raw performance. For enthusiasts who crave the open air and a machine that speaks the language of pure driving, the new Boxster is still a statement. Whether you're navigating tight city corners or carving through a canyon road with the top down, this car remains an embodiment of the roadster experience. So today on Car Alerts, we're taking an in-depth look at everything the 2025 Porsche 718 Boxster brings to the table, from its sharp styling and plush cabin to the symphony under the rear hood and, of course, its driving dynamics. Let's dive into the details of what makes this car so special. When you see the 2025 718 Boxster from the front, you're immediately greeted with that low-slung, wide-set stance that seems to whisper performance even when parked. Porsche hasn't drastically altered the face of the Boxster, but the updates are there if you look closely. The front air intakes are wider and more aggressive, enhancing both the car's cooling capability and its visual drama. There's a sharpened edge to the front splitter and a subtle realignment of the LED matrix headlights that now offer improved adaptive lighting for nighttime driving. These headlights are neatly tucked under slightly more contoured front fenders, giving the face a modern yet familiar look. Porsche's styling philosophy continues to be evolutionary rather than revolutionary, but with the Boxster, that works in its favor. The daytime running lights remain sleek and expressive, framed in black for a slightly more aggressive tone. It's a front fascia that balances elegance and athleticism with precise execution. Moving along to the side, the 718 Boxster's profile is perhaps its most recognizable angle. That low, sweeping bodyline from the nose to the rear haunches continues to define its personality. In the 2025 model, there's a greater emphasis on the air intakes behind the doors, which have been enlarged and reshaped to better feed the mid-mounted engine. These sculpted intakes now give a stronger visual impression, particularly when paired with the optional contrasting color trim. The doors are clean, minimal, and sculpted to carry the car's visual weight low to the ground. With the roof down, the Boxster has a wide-open, pure roadster look, and with it up, the fabric top still retains the car's tight, performance-oriented proportions. Wheel options for 2025 range from 18 to 20 inches, with new lightweight forged designs available for those who want the ultimate in performance-focused aesthetics. The side mirrors remain mounted on the doors, offering a sporty vibe and excellent visibility. Subtle badging and the flowing shoulder line continue to reinforce Porsche's design discipline, where nothing feels overdone. As we make our way to the rear, it becomes immediately clear that Porsche has focused on refining rather than reinventing. The 2025 Boxster's rear end carries the signature LED taillight strip that stretches the width of the car, connecting the slim, high-tech light clusters on each side. The strip now has a more dimensional effect, with greater contrast and depth thanks to reworked internal graphics. It's a small change but adds sophistication, especially in low light. Just below, the rear diffuser has been tweaked to improve both aerodynamics and engine cooling, and depending on the model, base, T, or GTS 4.0, the exhaust setup changes accordingly. The dual pipes positions centrally remain a defining detail of the car's performance-first personality. The rear deck remains clean and uncluttered, with subtle creases and a small integrated spoiler that activates at speed. It's a design that reflects the harmony between form and function. No flashy elements, just precision and intent. Interior. Step inside, and the interior of the 2025 718 Boxster welcomes you with a blend of modern tech and timeless Porsche ergonomics. Porsche has refreshed the cabin slightly to match evolving user expectations, but the cockpit still feels driver-focused and performance-oriented. The center stack has been slimmed down, with fewer physical buttons and more touch-based inputs via a new 10.9-inch infotainment display running Porsche Communication Management. The resolution is crisp, the response times are fast, and it now supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. But what makes the interior truly engaging is its simplicity. The driving position is low and intimate, with clear sightlines over the dashboard. The three-spoke steering wheel remains a tactile highlight, wrapped in smooth leather and offering rotary controls for drive modes and instrument functions. Behind it sits a partially digital gauge cluster, with an analog tachometer front and center. A nod to Porsche's commitment to enthusiast drivers. Seat options vary from standard sports seats to fully adjustable adaptive sports seats with memory functions. In the GTS variant, you get the added bonus of Alcantara upholstery and a more pronounced bolstering setup. Materials throughout the cabin are classic Porsche real metal accents, soft leather, and clean stitching lines. For 2025, new customization options include extended two-tone leather packages and contrast stitching in colors like racing yellow and guards red. Storage space is limited, as expected in a mid-engine roadster, but Porsche has cleverly maximized available space. There's a front trunk, and a modest rear compartment, combining to offer enough practicality for a weekend getaway. In terms of creature comforts, dual-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, and a premium Bose or optional Burmester audio system round out the premium experience. Performance. Let's get to the heart of what makes the 2025 Porsche 718 Boxster truly special: performance. The lineup still offers a range of engines, starting with a turbocharged 2.0-liter flat-4 producing 300 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. This engine is efficient and responsive, propelling the car from 0 to 60 in around 4.9 seconds with the standard 6-speed manual, or 4.7 seconds with the optional 7-speed PDK dual-clutch automatic. Move up to the 718 Boxster S, and you get a 2.5-liter turbocharged flat-4 with 350 horsepower and 309 pound-feet of torque, dropping the 0 to 60 sprint to about 4.0 seconds with PDK. Both engines are potent and responsive, with strong mid-range torque, but it's the GTS 4.0 that elevates the experience to another level. The GTS variant features a naturally aspirated 4.0-liter flat-6 borrowed from the 718 Cayman GT4, delivering 394 horsepower and a spine-tingling 309 pound-feet of torque. With a manual gearbox, the GTS 4.0 is pure driving nirvana, hitting 60 in just 4.3 seconds, or even quicker with the PDK. But performance isn't just about straight-line speed. The 718 Boxster's chassis is one of the most finely tuned in the industry. With its mid-engine layout, low center of gravity, and Porsche active suspension management, the Boxster feels incredibly balanced through corners. When it comes to pricing, the 2025 Porsche 718 Boxster starts around $71,000 for the base model with the manual transmission. Opting for the PDK will add a couple $1,000s to that price. The 718 Boxster S starts around $83,000 and climbs quickly with options. The sweet spot for many buyers is the GTS 4.0, which starts at approximately $98,000. Add in desirable extras like PASM sport suspension, full leather interior, premium audio, and custom paint, and it's not hard to push the price north of $110,000. It's worth noting that Porsche's option list is famously long and expensive, so buyers looking for a truly personalized Boxster should be prepared to invest. But even in its base form, the Boxster delivers a premium driving experience that's hard to match. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Porsche 718 Boxster. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more in-depth looks at the latest sports cars, be sure to subscribe to Car Alerts. Hit the like button if you appreciated the detail, and let us know in the comments what your dream Boxster spec would be. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next ride.